And hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. This is Billy the All-Star making another video, and today we're going to do something about just general rules for cigar smoking. It's nothing that's concrete, that's put in stone. People do things a different way, so what I'm going to do now is just kind of go through some of the basics of cigar smoking 101. Things you should know, things you should do and not do. Okay, let's start. First of all, so you know, no real cigars were harmed in this video. I'm using these. With that out of the way, let's get started. Rule number one: get a good cutter. You always want to get a good cutter for your cigar. Okay, we're looking here. Here's some examples. Here's your V cut, scissor cut, guillotine cut, and I do have a hole punch, which is here. Doesn't matter, whatever your personal preference is, that doesn't matter. It just get you a good one. Make sure it's heavy, it's substantial, and it's sharp. Okay, something that's not cheap. Usually with the cheap ones, it tends to, instead of cutting your cigar, it tears it, and you don't want that. You don't want it to tear. Something like this. See, this is, you can get this at any cigar store, but if you look at it, it's what, $5. It's not really well made. It's, get it in a pinch. I don't recommend it. I recommend spend a little extra money and get you a really good cutter. Those are some examples of some basic ones. Here's a more elaborate one from La Gloria. This is beautiful. I don't think you can get this. I got this in 2011. I don't think these are out anymore. I use that very rarely. Good example of a good hole punch is this Monte Cristo here. Take it out. It's a really nice hole punch. If I can get it out. Okay, let's remove that. Let's do this. And it refuses to come out. We'll edit that out later. Don't worry about it. As you see, it's beautiful. Well made, heavy. It's a hole punch. You twist, and there's your punch there. Great. Very seldom use this. Basically, if I go out somewhere, that's when I'll use it. Most of the time, this stays in the box. Okay. Now, how to cut a cigar. Let's start on that. For one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to bite it. There's no reason why you should bite the end of a cigar. That's why I said, number one, get your cutter. Get more than one cutter. Never bite your cigar if you're at a cigar convention or HERF or something like that. Just don't do that, okay? The correct way, you see the cap? You just want to take about 1/8 of an inch off. Not even that much, see? Gonna put it in there and just clip. See how nice that clipped? No problem. Easy peasy. No effort whatsoever. Never ever bite your cigar. Please. Please. Number two. In the old days, when you got cigars, 30, 40 years ago, you always had to lick it. You had to lick the entire thing because the glue wasn't all that well, and sometimes, it would unravel. Please, for the love of God, don't lick your cigar excessively. It's considered bad taste and just doesn't look right. It just does not look right. Okay, moving on. Cigar smokers are some of the most intellectual people in the world. They're intellectual, they're brilliant thinkers, they're the movers and shakers of today's society. Prove me wrong. You can't. So with that, what you want to do is you want to light your cigar very slowly. And you want to start, as I say, with the foot, which is here. So you're going to slowly toast the foot. Okay? You always want to get that going. I always toast the foot. Make sure it's going. And then finish it off with a match or with the flame close, but not close enough to burn, just enough to get the heat going. As you see, that's going. Puff. Enjoy it. Relax. Take your time. Which comes to the next point. Don't light your cigar like a cigarette. And don't hot rod it. Cigars are meant to be enjoyed. They're meant to be savored. They're for relaxation. They're for comfort. They're for ease. There's no way you should be rushing to smoke a cigar. If you don't have time to smoke a cigar, don't start. That's all I can tell you. It takes you more than 15 minutes to smoke a cigar, depending on the size. If you savor something, you want it to last for a long time. So, you have a puff, and if you're talking, you hold it in your hand, you put it on your cigar rest, you put it on your ashtray, no problem. What you don't want to do is rush it. You never want to rush any cigar. You want to savor it, you want to enjoy it, you want to have good conversation, you want to interact with people. It's a good icebreaker if you smoke cigars, because then you can always talk about which ones you like, which ones you don't like. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? Again, I tell you, cigar smokers are the most intellectual and brilliant people on this earth. So you can always strike up a conversation with a person with a cigar, maybe a shot of whiskey, a cup of coffee, a beer, or wine, or something like that. But cigars are a great conversation breaker, great icebreaker. Which comes to the next point. Never, ever do this. Never smash a cigar to put it out. No. Don't ever do that. Ever, 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 ever do that. That's considered bad taste. That's considered disrespectful. It's a cigar. You spent money on it. You want to give it the respect it deserves. If you need to have a cigar to put it out, put it down, and it will go out by itself. Which comes to the next point. How do you relight a cigar? This is what I do. It's been sitting for a while. We'll just say this has been sitting for a while. I generally get something and I clean out the ash, the old ash, and then I relight it. It may take a little while, but you do the same way. You toast the foot, put it up to your mouth, and then smoke it again. Hopefully, these things helped you, and if you follow these basic rules, you should be good anywhere you go with are brilliant cigar smokers that will welcome you with open arms. Just please never smash your cigar. That's maybe that's a pet peeve of mine, but you know, it just shows a little lack of respect for the tobacco itself. All right, thank you for watching. This is Billy the All-Star going to sign off right now. Remember, Kung Fu, that subscription button, and Karate Chop, that subscribe bell. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.